In this interesting episode, we are talking about the breaking news. The breaking news are that Kaizer Chiefs called on all the media outlets to F&B because they have important message to communicate to the world and to Kaizer Chiefs supporters throughout the world, and they have done that in a fashionable way, and they have confirmed that 10111 Zwane, who has been with Kaizer Chiefs for over 24 years now, he has been announced as the new head coach of Kaizer Chiefs on a permanent basis. Remember that previously he was just a caretaker coach. Do you want to know more about that and the words of warning that are associated with the position that he is about to take on going forward? Please stick around. To those that will stick around, guys, if you are not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Because to subscribe, it is free. To like the video, it is free. To comment in the comment section below, guys, it is free of charge. Now, guys, before we get into the video, I want you guys to listen to the 30-second video. I will be back after the 30-second video. Wow, I have great news for you. You want a birthday cake designed according to your specification? Just look in the screen, guys. You're gonna find contact details. Support this young entrepreneur. This lady, she's doing the most beautiful and interesting job. So if you want that cake or more, just contact this lady. She's gonna provide you with more and more great stuff according to your specification. You tell her what you want and she is going to do it the way you want it. Thank you for watching this video. Now let's go back to Zwane. Guys, there are interesting things that we need to appreciate. A lot of you guys have been saying Zwane, the head coach. I read that throughout Facebook, throughout Twitter, throughout my YouTube comments. I've learned that you guys had always wanted Zwane. But the warning is, you know, when coaching a team like Kaizer Chiefs, it's not a team that you can just, coach it without the pressure, because it's a whole different ball game to be or to absorb the pressure as a player. But now, when you have to absorb it as a coach, it's totally different. Now, let me give you an example. Who else would say Itumeleng must go, Itumeleng must go? You find only few voices because of what he has done. So in a way, he's able to get away with a lot of things. He has done horrible mistakes as a player. But have you ever had people saying he must go? No, because in a way, people have got that kind of like a lenient thing when it comes to players. But when it comes to a coach, I'm telling you, one, you've got to make sure that you please the fans in the way that the team will be playing football. The entertaining football that Zwane has been promising, you've got to make sure that that is happening. Number two, you've got to make sure that if you are coaching a team like Kaizer Chiefs, even though you are in the building phase, but try by all means to win at least MTN 8, because with MTN 8, you have less stress. It's about how many games, ne? Because it's 8 teams, ne? So it's the quarterfinal, semi-final, and then final. But then remember that there's a game that you play home and away. So it's probably 1, 2, and 3, 4 game. Then you 4 or 5 game, it's done. So you can see. Let's give it 5 now. You only play 5 games and then you get the 8 million. If you can do that, believe it or not, you would have pleased a lot of fans. Then you can fail to win the league. Then maybe you can fail to win the Nedbank Cup. Then you can fail to win the Telkom Cup, if ever it's going to be back. But at least you got something, even though you are in the building phase. But to be in the building phase and win nothing, believe it or not, you'll remember this video. A lot of people will be coming after you, Zwane. So there are kind of like, I don't know, but if it was according to me, you needed to do a little bit of research about how to please fans. You understand what I'm saying? And then if you win the MTN 8, you do at Zwane exactly like him. Exactly like what you did with what you did when you played us, by saying you are preparing things for the next coach, knowing exactly that you were gonna be a coach. That strategy alone, it diverted the pressure from you, and then obviously it brought it back again now that you have been appointed as the new coach. So with that being said, this is what I'm about to say to you then. If you can be strategic around power and around how fans think, if you can be strategic around it, in a sense that you win an MTN 8, but you emphasize on the fact that we're still building, don't expect much. You understand? So that even when you win anything, at least we don't get to be, we don't get too much excited. We just say, oh, Zwane won something, and that's it. So if things could be handled in that way, I believe that Zwane has got what's the word for it? No? I forgot the word for it, but has a future. Yes, that's the word. He has a future at Kaizer Chiefs. So guys, there's a lot of things that is at stake here. I'm more concerned about Kaizer Chiefs fans being patient, Kaizer Chiefs fans exercising endurance towards Zwane. But when you look at the type of football that the man is playing, it's a pleasant football. We can't deny that. It's a very good football. You understand? For the first time, ever since he took over Kaizer Chiefs, for the first time you saw Kaizer Chiefs sitting at 50-something% ball position. And you're like, after a long time, but I can prove to you now that, you will see Kaizer Chiefs with a ball position of 30-something%. And you're like, a team like Kaizer Chiefs doesn't have a ball position under Stuart Baxter because of the type of football that they were playing. But now, when he took over, you saw the ball position, even though Kaizer Chiefs lost, but you saw those things then. But we are saying, though we have seen it, we want to say, as a country, build on top of those things, add more and more and more and more and more and more and more on top of that. So you're gonna get to a point where you are able to maneuver around all of those things, and you can stay the anger of the fans. You can, you know what I'm trying to say. You can ease the anger of the fans, and you can at least continue building the team. But do I believe that Zwane could coach Kaizer Chiefs? He could be a successful Kaizer Chiefs coach? Yes, I am 110% in agreement that he could be a successful coach at Kaizer Chiefs. Why? Because of because of his philosophical way of doing things, one. But number two, I've seen in Barcelona with Xavi. He just a former player that came to coach Barcelona, but ever since he took Barcelona from the so-called most experienced and qualified coaches, having little experience and maybe probably not the qualified coach, but what he has done with Barcelona, man, under the previous coach, you would strongly doubt that Barcelona can contest. But look at how Barcelona finished the league. They finished the league at high note, and to a point now that there was some kind of like shaky nyana, because wow, Barcelona have 10 things around. So at Zwane, when you take all of those things and you put them together and you say, at Zwane, can you bring something here? I'm like, yeah, I know he can bring something. I know a lot of people have been saying, like Junior Kanye, for instance, he has been saying Zwane has not produced best players as a coach who was coaching the development side. So he doesn't necessarily, according to Junior Kanye, he doesn't necessarily recognize the likes of Mashiane, the likes of Nkosing Ngobo, the likes of, what's the other one name? There's this goalkeeper at Kaizer Chiefs that is being promoted, that will be promoted next season to train with Kaizer Chiefs if things will be happening as they promise. His surname is Molefe. So they promise things like that, and he produced those people before the current coach took over. So I am saying, if you look at all those things combined, some people don't believe that he produced the best players. But I think if you're looking at things holistically, so we stand a chance to believe that he can produce the best out of players, because look at the Kaizer Chiefs under him. Look at the performance that he was able to get from young players. Look at the likes of Ngosiphihle Ngcobo, the way they were performing. Even Manqoma Mngqithi went on to say, had that guy been given a chance consistently, that would have been a player of the season according to Manqoma Mngqithi. But then it tells us that now that they've changed the coach and put a new coach, that tells us that we're going to see the best of those young players. And it also makes sense because Atazan is not a fan of old players, so it makes sense the likes of Lebohang Manyama, Leonardo Castro, Samir Nokovic, Bernard Parker, they are leaving Kaizer Chiefs. It just makes a lot of sense, and it also tells you that you're going to see the best of Hadebe, you're going to see the best of Njabulo Ngcobo, Ngosiphihle Ngcobo. You're gonna see Mashiane. I'm not sure because there are talks that Mashiane might be leaving Kaizer Chiefs. You're gonna see the best of Sakhota. You're gonna see the best of Njabulo Ngcobo, the one you bought it from Morocco Salos. You're gonna see the best of these young players. I guess that's why the new sporting director, Mr. Junior Kaizer Motabonga, saw in Atazana to say, if you give him this team and you buy all these young players, he's going to do well with them because he believes in young players. He loves young players. So with that being said, I think we've come to a conclusion where I want to ask you a question of, what's the take, guys? Are you are you excited to hear that he has been finally appointed as a new Kaizer Chiefs coach? And what's your word of advice to him? What do you think that it needs to be changed as far as Kaizer Chiefs is concerned? The only way to know all of those things, guys, it is for you to get into the comment section below and let the conversation begin right now, right here.